barriers that you have to work through to make people realize that they have the power and they can do everything they accomplish or set out to accomplish themselves is really rewarding at the end when they start progressing on their own and then, hey man, this is really working. It's because of the belief system, the sweat equity. Sweat equity is the hours that you put into the trick. All that dripping ass sweat on the ground on your shirt and all that. It's like a sweat lodge, lightweight. That's what sweat equity is. That's your body paying for those hours of physicality that you have to put into your craft. Your 10,000 hours type. You know what I mean? That shit hella crazy. Welcome to Oakland. Like a mile away from the house. Bonjour, good morning. It's your boy McFishSandwhich, and I had kind of a rough day yesterday. Here's a clip showing how my day started because I started DoorDash. And I was gonna do it on my scooter. Long story short, the back tire got a gnarly nail about that long, stuck in it. I had to pull it out with pliers. And my dumbass got some Fix-A-Flat instead of an actual patch to put it in the tire. So now I'm gonna have to deal with that, but I still have DoorDash to do because all week I'll be working in San Francisco on that same scooter with Pete's Coffee and Outside Lands doing a whole bunch of orders. So I'm like, freaking out. Great beginning of the week. I watched a hella boring video on tubeless inner tubes or tires that I didn't even know there's so much facts to putting on a tubeless tire. You gotta clean it off, then put some new sealant on there, and then make sure the hole is patched. Oh, with Fix-A-Flat? Hell nah. Fix-A-Flat is just like water and freaking the adhesive that you put on tape, Scotch tape. That shit didn't work at all. But if I had some Gorilla Glue or some shit like that, that shit would have worked hella good. But to be honest, my main gripe right now is I'm about to move out of this room. This isn't a house. This is it. Just a room. No kitchen, no bathroom. This is it. I got a closet, 2 doors, a bed, living life. Minimalistic style, not by choice, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna give you a little bit of backstory, how the channel came so trending and so groovy and there's so much content. Because a lot of shit's been going on in the background, but I just ain't been talking about it until now because now I have eyes on my content. So go ahead and let you in on McFishSandwich's backstory of the last 5 years. And hopefully this video isn't that long, but I can earn your subscription and earn your likes at the end of it. Hopefully. Hopefully. So, I am originally from Sacramento, California. Yeah, I know nobody goes there, but that's originally where I'm from. I was introduced to the dating scene on the internet, the app Plenty of Fish. When that dropped, I was like, so what you saying is I could customize the female that I want? That's it. I was customizing my profile and then I realized I can get exactly what I want or what I thought I wanted. So I did it. I pulled the plug and took off on the Plenty of Fish trope. So my life was dating for a little bit, a couple here and there. But there was one that caught my eye and she lived out in Santa Rosa, Sonoma County. So we had a date, kept in contact after the date, and I was like, hey, what would be the best thing for me right now? Not living in Sacramento. Let me go kind of to the Bay Area, but not to the Bay Area. And that's what I did. I went to Sonoma County, which was probably the worst decision ever, I'm not gonna lie. Barely any skate parks. It's a wine country. You got the Bohemian Grove out there, and you also got very rich, powerful people that just want to get in your business for no dumbass reason. Which is kind of, I guess, left like a scarring kind of subconscious kind of pool, when people all up in my business type thing, you know what I mean? So that was a thing. It still is. You know, I'm still working these things out. I don't have a therapist yet, so I'm just thugging it out. So when I decided to move to Sonoma County, you all can see the videos because she was in a lot of the videos. She actually inspired me to start doing the YouTube because this banter of talking without a camera, I did it constantly. It's like YouTube in my head, a screenshot and shit. So she was like, I think you'd be more entertaining for others to try to gain something from this, because you already got you're a YouTuber. And I was like, all right. So I made a couple videos, had 0 goose egg followers at all. No followers, none, nada, for about, I want to say 90 days. And then I dropped a video on how to get dreads like Playboy Cardi. So shout out to Playboy Cardi. He's the one who started my career off when I was doing the dread hair YouTuber thing. I was kind of in there with Gunther, Knotlocks, and the Wick guy from Florida. We all talked to each other too. It was crazy. We was like homies and shit. We played Call of Duty. It was pretty tight. But that was the initial start, was to get some hair tips, because I did a whole bunch of stuff. So I didn't know what lane I wanted to go into. It's like 5 lanes. You know what I mean? Just like pick a lane and go. But I couldn't pick a lane because I was like so indecisive. You know what I mean? But after some thought, some meditation, and just realizing I've been skateboarding for stupid ass long, I was like, you know what? I probably know a lot about skateboarding, but I just didn't really think about it. And so, boom, got the McFishSandwhich skateboarding channel. And the name McFishSandwich is a play on the fish fillet, because my ex forgot the name of the sandwich in the drive-thru, and she got cussed out by a worker. And I said, hey, you know, that sounds like a good YouTube name. And boom, now it's not an inside joke. Now everybody knows. Now I'm just playing. Many tips and tricks, many things that I personally thought I couldn't do, like tray flips, hard flips, all of that. When I had to explain it to somebody who was actually paying me to like teach them, that changed the game too, because then I would be spending time like I was in a dojo just training, so I can explain exactly how it feels, what to do, and why, and which way the board moves, and your foot placement, and the wheelbase, and all the factors that go into doing whatever tricks you wanted to do. I had to go through that little test, trial, and tribulation myself, skating the streets and becoming a true street skater. You know, wax, no lacquer, none of that, just like hitting the spots. But where I lived in Santa Rosa, the skate culture died. They always like, oh man, it was a great life, and then, you know, pulled up daisies, and it was like RIP skateboards all throughout the newspaper now. There's like barely anything to skate out there, unless you're a BMX biker. Like, dude, Sonoma County, like, bruh, killer, dude. But skateboarding, it's like, nah, we gotta go to Frisco or somewhere else, you know what I mean? So I made do with what I had. The only 2 skate parks in Santa Rosa, and 1 old ass park from the 91 in Petaluma. And yeah, just made do with that. With the streets, went to the parks occasionally, but they weren't really that big. The Andy Lopez skate park is a giant A for Andy Lopez. If you want to know more about Andy Lopez, click on the Andy Lopez video. I never took it down because I respect Andy Lopez was a skater. I don't respect the Popo for what they did. It's out of pocket, like super out of pocket. And if you want to see that story, please watch that video. That took a long time for me to get past the copyright, but that's the story that needed to be told. And amazingly enough, when this journey was set in stone for the last 10 plus years, money has not been an issue. It's not like it comes abundantly like that, but when I need it, I don't have to ask. It just kind of flows in. um, things kind of synchronized and worked themselves out. And then I realized, a lot of people want to learn the thing that they felt like they couldn't learn. A lot of skateboarders quit because of one instance: a broken arm, a broken ankle. They chipped their tooth or something like that, fell off and freaking hurt their pinky toe. They're like, oh, never doing that again. No, fucking pinky toe, need that, dude. Like, something that drew them back from skateboarding. Because like, oh no, this shit's way too dangerous. It's just a toy. Yeah, it's just a toy, but it's not really that dangerous. If you had somebody guide you from day one to now, shit, you be out here doing your damn thing, brother. But I started doubling down on the skateboarding content, and then I had to figure out myself, what am I doing with this? I can tell people about skateboarding, or I can enact like a little lesson plan of what I was talking about and just really live that in my YouTube channel career. And that's what I did. I started filming myself doing other tricks that I wasn't really comfortable with. And then even the filming yourself with a tripod is weird as hell. I'm not gonna lie, the first filming of yourself on a tripod, you're like, what am I doing? And you literally like bail everything because you're like, oh no, it's a camera, but it's your camera. And I don't know. It took something to get over. At least 2.5 years of doing it consistently helped me to get over it. And now it ain't no thing but a chicken wing to record myself. But shortly thereafter, 2017 and 2018 really changed the landscape of skateboarding. So you had your vert skaters and you had your street skaters. 2 different realms, or in freestyle. So 3 different realms of skateboarding, 3 different genres of skateboarding, 3 different body movements, 3 different weights, etc., etc., etc. But what happened in 2018, 2019, that all congealed and blended into a nice, tasty Kool-Aid with some mango and pineapple. And it's like, very refreshing. Everybody started doing everything, like from vert to street to freestyle. Many disciplines. That freaking glass ceiling thing was broke because a lot of people were like, hey, we want to progress in the skateboarding realm and have it when we're 60 and 70. We're gonna have to have some people with some out of the box type thinking and some more their flavor and their spins on stuff. And what you do as a skateboarder after you skate for, I don't know, 20 years and stuff like that, you kind of feel obligated. It's kind of like an injustice not to show somebody how to skate or not to show somebody how to do a trick, because all of the things you learn, honestly, and I'm gonna keep it real because I'm a stoic, all of the things you learn, right, will die with you unless you share it with other people and it will live on. I'm realizing nowadays I'm more of a champion of stopping the I can't movement. Well, I can't do this because I can't do this, or I can't do this because all that shit is blockages, blocks from you stopping yourself from progressing. So many people, I can't do that. I can't do, like, you think that little of yourself? Like, for real? Like, damn. Because I remember a time where I thought I couldn't slap you for shit. Then I learned that shit. Now I'm the king of the slappies. For real. Just need to learn 2 different variations and then we're good to go. But best word of advice I got: don't limit yourself, don't limit your energy, don't limit your personality, your authenticity by saying to yourself you can't do something. I feel like not the spiritual world, the conspiracy theorists out there is like, none of this shit's real, none of this shit doesn't exist. I'm like, I could believe that. I could believe it within reason, right? Because if you shut all this out, right? All this, the walls, everything around me, everything outside the window, everything. If you shut all that out and just like focus right on what you want to do and what you want to accomplish at that moment and knock on some wood and focus that you're in the now, the right here, right now. Like this is the only time. It's right here. We can't future trip because that's fucking up. What we got? What we're gonna mess up the future by tripping on it already? No. Don't future trip and don't past trip because we're not gonna take a DeLorean. We can't buy plutonium from 7-Eleven. All right. So forget the past. Right here, today, right here. You were with me. We were here. You know what I mean? And we're learning that we have more power than freaking society says, more power than some religions tell you that you don't have power, that you need to seek outside yourself to blah, 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 blah. And I get that. It's the first step of the process to kind of realize the realization thing is a thing. It really is a thing, right? Because if you start deep diving into some of these things that you really hold dear, self-evident truths and unshakable truths, you realize nothing's for certain and nothing lasts forever. Only when they close the curtain. You know what I mean? But I wanted to give y'all a little gist of, things do be happening. Life be lifing. Things be going on in the background. But try to champion yourself to still stay consistent, still stay strong, still stay locked in, and see it through. With whatever you're passionate about, give it that all. Stand 10 toes down and stand on business on it.